Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am here to talk about fragrances that give me comfort. Fragrances that when I smell them, they bring me peace and comfort and just nostalgic memories. Either that or they're just comforting fragrances for me. So I know we are all going through a really scary time right now, and I know that many of you are in situations where you can't even leave your house. I also know that many of you could possibly be dealing with this virus yourself, or have family or friends that are dealing with it. And just know that I am thinking about you guys, even if I can't think about you as individuals, just as a collective every single day, and hoping that you are all safe and well and happy and being able to stay calm and just kind of trying to roll through these crazy waves, because I know that we're all scared and we all, don't know what's happening or how long it's going to happen for. I'm still in a situation where I'm still having to go to work, and I'm working in a facility with 10,000 people. I mean, there are 10,000 of us there, and it's like every day I'm grateful that I still have a job to go to, and I'm grateful that I'm still earning income, but at the same time I'm terrified. I'm really scared, thinking it's just, a matter of time before it gets really close to me. In fact, we had a situation this past week. It's been very stressful, but I will make an entire video about that once it kind of pans out and we see what exactly is going to happen with it. But I will definitely be making a full video about it because it's just crazy. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to, just open up by talking about it and not leaving an elephant in the room, because I know that this is just, we're not living under normal circumstances right now. But I hope that I can keep putting out content that maybe will help you, forget about what's going on for 20 minutes of your day, and maybe it will bring you some comfort and happiness just to be able to watch perfume videos. So my facility will eventually shut down just like everybody else's, and at that time I will put content out every single day. So not only for you all, but for myself as well, to keep my mind off of what's happening and being cooped up in my home. So anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into fragrances that bring me a lot of comfort. So the first one I'm going to start with is Christian Dior Poison. So this fragrance, to me, it smells like my mother. This reminds me of being a kid. This reminds me of, I grew up in Washington State. This reminds me of just my childhood, of living on 5 acres and running around, going back to our pond on the back part of our property, playing in our creek, eating blackberries and huckleberries all day. It brings me back to those times, and it's just incredibly comforting for me. So, and a lot of times when I've had like a really stressful day, or, I'm just not super happy, I will just take out this perfume and sniff it because it brings me joy. So that is the first one that brings me comfort, Poison by Christian Dior. So I feel weird even making a video. This is the first video I've made since everything kind of got really serious, at least for us here in the States. I know it's been very serious for a lot of you out there in the world, and I just feel strange. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep it light. So the next one that I want to talk about is Molinard Vanille Patchouli. So I love a dirty hippie patchouli fragrance. To me, there is just something so comforting about it, but this one is like a super heavy vanilla extracty, that's a word I just made up, but a super heavy, like a vanilla extract type perfume. It's not super sweet, it's just very heavy vanilla. But when this one dries down, most of the vanilla goes away and you're just left with the most beautiful, like hippie patchouli. and I love it so much. Hippie Patchouli brings me so much comfort because that's another one. My mom used to wear patchouli, so a lot of these remind me of my mom. So, and I don't know what is more comforting than, you know, mom. So anyways, I adore this fragrance. It's one of those that when I spray it on, I go pretty heavy with it, and it just makes me feel so happy and comforted, and I just love it. So that is Molinard Vanille, sorry, Vanille Patchouli. Okay, the next one, and it's funny because a lot of these that I picked out are like cozy gourmand fragrances, because I guess I found as I was going through my collection picking out fragrances that are comforting for me that I really enjoy sweet, you know, cozy gourmand fragrances. So the next one I want to talk about is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. So this fragrance it's just very, very comforting. It's apple, it's like carameled apples, but with a little bit of oud in it. The oud just gives it the most beautiful, kind of warm, woody base, and kind of cuts the sweetness of the caramel and the apple. The apple gives it a real brightness in the opening, and then you get the beautiful fuzzy, warm, syrupy caramel, and then in the base you've got just a hint of the oud, so it gives it a woodiness, and it is just such a beautiful, comforting, cozy fragrance. So that is, and I do believe that this would work in probably not super high heat, but definitely, you know, moderate heat, because of the apple in it. Keeps it kind of fresh. So I do believe that this one could be worn pretty much all year, just possibly not the very high heat of the summer. So that is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is another one that my mom used to wear, and this is another one that oftentimes I will just sniff for nostalgic purposes and to make me feel better. And this is Lafleur, and this is by Coty, I think. Yeah, Coty. And this is one that my mom, you could get this in the drugstore when I was a kid, and this is one that my mom used to wear, and I love the bottle. See, my mom growing up was like obsessed with all things Victorian. So my mom and dad built our house, and they had like Victorian accents on it, and the inside of our house was like all these really rich jewel tones, like dark burgundy and dark purples and emeralds and all of these beautiful like rich burgundy tones, and this jewel tones, and this perfume Lafleur is like the perfect kind of representation of my childhood growing up with my mom, because she was really into this whole thing. And the fragrance is just another one of those that's just very, very nostalgic for me, and just brings back those, you know, memories from my childhood that just make me feel comforted. So that is Lafleur, and that is from Coty. Okay, the next one is So the next fragrance I want to talk about is Angel Muse from Mugler. This fragrance, to my nose, is so, so comforting. This is one that I wear on rainy days a lot because it's just such a cozy scent. It's angel, but with a nutty note in it. It does have hazelnut in it, and so it's angel, but not quite as chocolatey or spicy. It doesn't have as much patchouli in it. I don't know if it has patchouli in it at all, in fact. But it's just a beautiful, sweet, nutty, cozy, warm. It does have patchouli, actually. I can smell it. Just warm, comforting, cozy fragrance for me. This is another one that if I just want to get kind of like an instant mood lift, this is one I can smell, because it's just very, very comforting for me. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is Van Cleef and Arpels, and this is Orchidee Vanille. So again, this is just a really cozy vanilla fragrance. It's so beautiful. It's really almost simple. It's definitely not complex. I think it has quite a few notes in it, but really what it boils down to is just that kind of vanilla extract type of vanilla smell. There are some other things in here. I'm gonna need to give this a spray. Yeah, there are other things in it, but it's just a gorgeous vanilla, super cozy vanilla that I feel like if you just want to feel, you know, if you just want something to make you feel good, you could spray this on, and I think it would make anybody feel good. It's just really, really beautiful. Beautiful, cozy vanilla. And so that is Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidee Vanille. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is Stella by Stella McCartney. So this, again, is an old signature scent of mine. I have loved this fragrance for so long that the smell of it is familiar, is so familiar to me that it's comforting. So this is one that when I spray it, and I think it's because I've gotten so much older since I used to wear this, and it reminds me of those kind of, you know, easy breezy, carefree days of my early 20s. And just, I just had such a fun time. I was living with my mom. We were doing a lot of traveling. And so this perfume was what I was wearing all the time then. So it just has a lot of really good, comforting memories. And again, it's got a lot of association with my mom because, again, I was living with her at that time. We were traveling a lot together at that time. And so I think that because of the association with my mom, it's just very, very comforting for me. So again, that is Stella by Stella McCartney. Okay, the next one that I have to talk about, this is, I've had this one for a good year at least, but I would still consider it kind of newer to my collection. But that is Raghba Lataffa, or Lataffa by Raghba. And this perfume, oh, there's something so, so comforting about this every time I smell it. First of all, I'm pretty sure I got it not this past Christmas time, but possibly the Christmas before that. I think, I can't remember exactly when I got it, but I just remember that it was during like a really good time of year, and I was really happy when I got it, and so it just brings back those types of memories. But this is a beautiful, sugary, syrupy vanilla oud fragrance. This is beautiful. It is very, very warm smelling and rich. And like I said, it's very sugary and very sweet. It's very, very heavy vanilla and just a beautiful oud. It's not a super, super heavy oud, but the oud is very, very present, if that makes any sense. It's not like, it's not the type of oud that could either be offensive or just weird smelling for some people. This is one that I think a lot of people would really like. So I just love this one. I sprayed this on my mom a couple nights ago, and she felt the same way about it as I do, as far as it just being warm and comforting and kind of bringing peace. It's just beautiful. It's cozy. So that is Lataffa by Raghba. Okay. The next one I have to talk about is, this is Guerlain Shalimar Souffle Intense. So this is gorgeous. This is vanilla. This is like a spicy vanilla fragrance. And it's just stunning. It's very, very comforting. This is definitely a wintertime fragrance for me. It reminds me of the winter. It reminds me of cold weather. To me, this is like sitting in front of a fireplace with a good book and a cup of tea. It's just stunning. I love it so much. It has a little bit of brightness in the top. I think it's got like bergamot, possibly lemon. So it's not super, super heavy. It's still got a really beautiful brightness to it, but it's just very comforting and cozy and just a beautiful spicy vanilla fragrance. So that is Shalimar Souffle Intense. The next one I have is another Guerlain, and this is Guerlain Mon Exlusif. So this fragrance has a very heavy salted butter note in it. And because of that, it brings a richness and a sweetness to this fragrance that the other Mon Guerlains don't have. And because of that, and I think Mon Guerlain is a very comforting fragrance as well, because it is a beautiful lavender vanilla fragrance, and it's just so stunning and comforting and calming and beautiful. It's feminine, it's soft, but while still having a lot of body to it, especially for being like a vanilla and lavender fragrance, it's just gorgeous. But this one, like I say, has a salted butter note in it that just brings a sweetness and a richness to that vanilla, and it's just cozy. It's just stunning. So this is one that I definitely spray on when I know that I want to feel comforted all day long, because it's like, you know, wrapping up in a beautiful blanket. So that is Mon Exlusif by Guerlain. Okay. The next one I have to talk about, I keep it in its little box just because why not? But this is Histoire, I'm gonna butcher it, I always do, Histoire de Parfum, and this is the Ombre 114, so I just have a little half-ounce bottle here, but this is a beautiful, beautiful amber. And I have a lot of amber fragrances in my collection, and I even have amber fragrances in my collection that I like more than this one. But there's something about this amber that is so warm and cozy and comforting. It's strange to smell a perfume and have it kind of instill a sense of calm in you. But that's what this one does. I wish I had written down all the notes for these, but I didn't want this video to be forever long, and I can explain to you what is comforting about them, but this one, I'm not sure what the other notes are in this besides amber. I know it's got quite a few. But this is just a very comforting, beautiful, spicy. Yeah, it's definitely got spices in it. Like spicy amber. It's just gorgeous. Really, really comforting, cozy, and yeah, definitely one that, again, will instill like a sense of calm. So that again is Histoire de Parfum Ombre 114. And then the very last one that I want to talk about is the one that I wore to work today, because it has been a very long, hard, stressful week for all of us. And I went crazy spraying this today, and because I was like, I mean, by golly, I'm gonna go into work today. It's been so stressful for all of us there. I am gonna smell cozy. I'm gonna smell comforting today. And I cannot tell you how many compliments I got on my perfume, because I usually don't spray enough that a lot of people are gonna smell me, but I went in today and I had gone ham with this. I sprayed it all over my hair, all over my skin, all over my clothes. I just covered myself in it, and I got so many compliments today. So even my daughter, when I came home and she hugged me, she was like, "Ooh, Mom, you smell good." So this one was a big hit. This is new to my collection as well. This is Armani C Le Parfum. So, and this is the most stunning bottle. Like, it's got this beautiful gold strip around the bottom. The color of that liquid in itself is really, really comforting and beautiful. And this lid, this is such heavy, weighty glass. It's just gorgeous. But this is like a boozy maple syrup to my nose. That's what it smells like on me. That's what it smells like on my skin. in the dry down, it's like a boozy maple syrup. It is stunning. It's, ooh, almost did it. I almost dropped it. I couldn't make it through a whole video without dropping something. But this is syrupy and rich and slightly sweet without being overly sweet. It's just gorgeous. It's so comforting and warm and rich smelling, and like I say, I am so glad that I wore this one today and that I sprayed as much on as I did, because other people smelled it and it was, you know, I don't know if it was comforting for them like it is for me, but they definitely were happy with it. So again, I just love this one, and it brings a lot of warm, comforting feelings to me. So that again is Armani, Giorgio Armani Si Le Parfum, and it does come in this little baggie, and I'm pretty sure that this was not available here for a long time, but Fragrance Net has it right now for like, I want to say the $40 to $45 range. So great deal on it as well. Really beautiful fragrance. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end this one just by saying I hope that you are all safe and well and trying to stay as much at peace as possible. And I love talking to you guys in the comments. So if you just want to comment on this video and talk about what you're going through or vent or, you know, whatever, I'm definitely here. I read all of my comments. I try to respond to all of them, and I would love to help support you and for us to just support each other through this, because it's all we can do at this point. So again, I hope you guys are all safe and healthy and well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.